Chapter 1. To fall in love with Asia is one thing. To fall in love in Asia is another. Both have happened to me. The star ferry to Kowloon at night, the lights of Hong Kong behind me. It's a gift, a dream, a curse. The best thing, the happiest thing, yet also the loneliest thing in the world.
I took a walk through this beautiful world, felt the cool rain on my shoulder, found something good in this beautiful world. I felt the rain getting colder. Sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la.
All of us, when we travel, look at the places we go, the things we see, through different eyes. And how we see them is shaped by our previous lives, the books we've read, the films we've seen, the baggage we carry. Years ago, when I first watched the stunningly beautiful films of director Wong Kar-wai, it shaped forever the way I'd see Hong Kong. From that point on, my hopes, my expectations of this city would be seen through that lens. A lens that was in nearly every case pointed by, focused by, this man. Christopher Doyle, longtime resident of Hong Kong, known by his Mandarin name, Duque Feng. His earlier works with Wong Kar-wai were distinguished by unspeakably gorgeous images of beautiful people moving through spaces both unfamiliar and yet painfully intimate. Alternately jagged, frenzied, innovative, languid, composed, chaotic. I obsessed over his work, fetishized it, longed to see Hong Kong like the characters in so many of his films longed for each other. And I feared, like those characters, I would be denied. I was wrong.
The good thing about the escalator is the best place to watch people.
The mid-level escalators, 7 million people in Hong Kong, many of them flowing through this mile-long escalator system. It's Chris Doyle's happy place.
What do you look at in Hong Kong? You've lived here how long?
Oh, 20, 30 years almost, right?
So,
I mean, I've spent more time in this space than I've spent in bars. Look at this. We have people coming and going. We have the city passing us by. We have, to me, the energy is the noise, is the people. I mean, the films that we made are only this way because we made them here. I've made 12 films within 2 square kilometers of where we are right now. In fact, we're going to pass by my apartment, which was the most famous apartment in Hong Kong.
You shot
but
it
it doesn't exist anymore because the energy changes. But to tune into the energy, aha, hello, then we have a movie. Then we have this conversation. Then we have something that the cameraman is going to fall over backwards trying to film. I think you're just preparing all the time. For example, you watch some of my movies.
Yes.
Or we read a book.
yeah.
Or we go out drinking with friends.
Yeah.
And then bang, bang. We're doing something which all of those energies focus in a way that somehow connects with other people. Hello, what do you want in life?
I mean, you do understand the impulse, right? People see work that you've long ago like moved on from, and they get, you know, they get a hard on, and it won't go away. I mean, come on, it's.
But the great pleasure is, I did it, and it's done. You want me to reshoot Chungking Express?
But of course they all do, don't they?
But I don't know how I did it.
Is there a value in just beautiful people and objects moving through space in beautiful ways?
Is there a value to the color of a pomegranate?
Yeah, there is.
Exactly. This is our challenge, is to celebrate that. So-called beauty is not, you know, my makeup is so good and then I lifted my face a bit. No, beauty is the darkness and the pleasure of embracing that and that giving you something more of your experience of life. I read a script and it says, he looks so sophisticated. How do you film sophisticated? How do you convey the taste of a chili? We'll never know. But the privilege we've been given is number one, we've experienced it personally. So it becomes part of who you are.
Leaf Dessert Noodle Shop is a 100-year-old holdout in Central. Chris has been coming here for years, both to film and for this. Choy noodle soup for him and beef brisket noodles with wonton for me.
Ah, here we go.
So this is family food.
Choi Min.
Choi mein.
Yeah.
Choi mein 英文點講? You don't know.
I don't know.
佢食乜嘢?
Wonton.
用乜嘢 inside? 蝦. And then 你應該講啊，我哋呢度拍過好多客。This is the most famous noodle stand in cinema history in Hong Kong.
Has he been in the films himself?
Many, many, many times.
係好多次。
This is next nomination for Hong Kong Film Awards.
Oh, man, it's good, too.
I don't watch movies. I don't watch other people's work. I can't draw. But I know if you put this and you move it around a bit, it may take you somewhere. So to me, collage is like the unexpected put together to perhaps suggest something that you never thought of. Our experience actually gives us a distance and gives us this wonderful freedom, which is called time. I thought time was running out, but it's not. Time is actually being more condensed because we're more focused. Now, our job as artists is to show you the world that you think you know and celebrate it. In my wonderful experience and wonderful journey with a person called Wong Kar-wai, but finally, after all the films we made a film called In the Mood for Love. I think everything we did before then was preparation. I think that's it. If you find this in your life, you actually say one sentence, or you make one dish, or you make one image that is true. That's pretty good, because not many people get there.
我就冇統計過賣過幾多把遮一日，但係咧整遮咧平均嚟計咧，一日計最少都10幾把嘅。望下先嚇。嗱，佢呢度咧就冇壞到嘅呢段，呢個掣呢度有個掣喺呢個圓圈嘅底下，佢損毀咗。 我細路仔已經開始㗎啦嘛，屋企係做呢啲㗎嘛，都幾多人整㗎。因為點解咧？佢把遮可能係拍拖啊、生日禮物啊，總之係有啲感情嘅。我攞遮好啊，貴姓啊？嗱，我哋開遮咧，記得同埋直遮咧，原因係因為咧落過雨之後咧，記得唔好擰遮喎，撳住個掣，震下，記得唔好擰啦。嗱，我哋咧全程咧就記住執好啲布先，就唔好好似垃圾咁揦一把，啪，咁就接得好靚㗎啦。教人哋揈下咧，其實係錯㗎，令到啲骨全部歪晒㗎。佢啦，但係有啲就好難整嘅，要成個鐘頭整到嘅。嗱，我有個原則，如果超過3個鐘先整到嘅咧，我就唔整嘅。嗱，而家呢把遮係整好啦，整好啦，咁啊好開心啦。
The love of money and shiny new things is slowly but surely erasing the past. So before it's gone, this is a reminder of how Hong Kong used to eat, at Dai Pai Dongs like this one in Sham Shui Po. Cheap, delicious food served from open-air stalls. Pull up a plastic stool, crack a beer, fire up the wok.
So tell me, what is a Dai Pai Dong?
Dai is big,
Big?
Pai is license, and Dong is place.
So
So
they're
it's
just
big license place.
Right. And how many of these are left in...
28.
Whoa. Only 28.
Only 28.
Why? Why don't they...
Because the government doesn't, they want the street clean.
That ain't right.
Yeah.
The name of the place is Kung Ki, and Gaza Cheng recently took over as chef.
How do you get one of the last licenses for a Dai Pai Dong?
Accident.
Accident.
Yeah. This license is held by somebody else, not by me. But this place, it's been around for 40 years.
Now, you change the menu, same
Now I
menu.
changed the menu
Right.
and then start the typical old-fashioned Chinese meal.
Drunken chicken, hacked up birds cooked in hot pot with medicinal roots and herbs that will no doubt make me strong.
What will I feel after I eat it?
Hyper. I can use
Hyper?
Hyper.
Energy? Strength?
Yeah, energy.
Vitality? No penis in there?
No.
No penis in there.
I wouldn't eat that myself.
Really?
Unless you want.
I've had a fair amount of penis on this show.
Oh.
A clay pot dish of fish tripes cooked in an egg custard topped with a crispy fried yu chow.
Wait, is that egg?
Hey,
So it's like a quiche.
try it.
It's pretty damn good. Crispy, custardy. I've never had anything like this anywhere in China. Movies?
Oh, yes. You know Wong Kar-wai?
I do.
Do you like it?
I love Wong Kar-wai. Which is your favorite Wong Kar-wai film?
Oh, In the Mood of Love.
Me too. It's the most beautiful film ever
Here
made.
you are.
No way.
Hong Kong is a mixed culture with East and West.
Right.
Because after 160 years as a British colony, Hong Kong already developed its own unique culture. The people in Hong Kong really want to see that, or for the foreign people like you want to see, oh, it's really old Hong Kong.
All this is disappearing. All this could be gone. It's vanishing before our eyes. Simon Goh is a photographer who's documented 200 small family-run shops in the city, many of them already shuttered.
I go everywhere in Hong Kong, and I really want to preserve some memories. Especially in these few years, I found so many old shops disappearing because of some urban development, and I think I got a mission to preserve that.
To feel sentimental about the past is unusual for Hong Kong. Hong Kong has always been about changing.
Yes.
It's always embraced change. Realistically, can these businesses be protected?
It's really difficult to say. But I think that when the government and the Hong Kong people see more about our own unique culture, so many people try their best to fight for that.
China Cafe in Mongkok, what's called a cha-chan teng, or tea restaurant, serving a particularly bizarro but much-loved bit of Hong Kong history. Simon's been coming here for over 40 years and orders his favorite, fried pork cutlet over rice with tomato sauce.
Oh, thank you. Wow. This one is very popular in Hong Kong.
Very popular.
Especially schoolboy, every time I came to Cha Chan Tang, I ordered this. I think it's a perfect match for me.
And well, I had to try this. Macaroni, spam, and egg. Soup.
I have no idea where this came from. I mean, is it a soup? Is it a stew? Should I break it up?
No, it's okay. Because in Cha Chan Tang, nobody care about the
There's no rules.
table manner or anything, you know. You know, food and smell always recall so many memories. I still remember my parents and my grandparents, they will make some dumpling at home. And they really work hard for prepare the meal for the family. The taste is really great and really sweet. And after my grandmother and my mother passed away, I have no any chance to eat that again. But about 4 or 5 years ago, my auntie made that for me. When I put it to my mouth, I burst into tears. My wife behind comforted me. Speechless. The taste, the food, recall so many memories for me.
In the beginning, Hong Kong was this, a fishing village like this one.
There you go.
You gonna give me a camera?
Hell yeah.
All right, guys, well.
All right, proceed to smoke weed.
Can I roll?
Yeah.
How do I roll?
A button here. Yeah, there.
Oh, that's so complicated. I have to press the button. Can I close down the aperture a little bit? Where is the aperture? Can you tell me?
You're on a 2-8. Yeah, you're on it.
I don't smile a lot on this show, by the way. I'm smiling now.
I want to shoot you guys. So tell us, are you behind the camera? What are you seeing?
I'm trying really hard to get focused now.
Really? Why is that? But this is one of the most beautiful shots I've ever made. I've never made a shot about cameras before. So tell us, what is a camera to you?
I think it's a good thing to hide behind.
I think, Anthony, we have one of the most beautiful images in all of your film.
This is why we're on the damn boat.
Do we have a movie?
We have a movie.
We have a movie. Are you sure I'm worried we didn't record it.
We'll find out in a second.
And we have to do it in voiceover.
Sit.
Tai O is one of the last fishing villages in Hong Kong on the western side of Lantau Island. The families here have made their living from the sea for generations. For Chris Doyle and his co-director, Jenny Suen, it's a return to the location of their recent film, The White Girl.
So where are we? Place I recognize it.
We're in the Venice of Hong Kong, obviously. I mean, there we are. We got the canals. We got canals going in all directions here. We got the most beautiful bridges outside of Venice. Don't forget, Hong Kong means fragrant harbor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good place to eat, I guess.
But you have experience here. You guys shot a film here. Because you shot like right
we
here.
We literally
shot
shot
here.
right
This
here.
is it. This is
This
the
is-
main location of the film.
Actually, when we were prepping the film, we looked at all the fishing villages around Hong Kong. And this one was the most complete in the sense that it's a real community as opposed to, something closer to the city. And it's a metaphor for Hong Kong because we feel Hong Kong is disappearing also. And so much of what we're doing is to keep something that makes us unique alive.
For lunch, there's corn and fish maw soup. Fried fish maw with dried scallop, dried shrimp, and pork. Salted egg yolks are left in the sun to cure slightly, then served over rice. Crispy pork belly, cooked in shrimp paste and yu choy.
I drink to heaven, under which we stand together and enjoy this. We drink to earth because, well, there's no more earth, but we drink to sea today. I drink to heaven, I drink to earth, and I drink to you. Isn't that the most beautiful way to share a drink with friends?
I have a tricky moral
It's
question
Thursday
though
night.
for you.
A moral question?
Yes.
Me? Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm a recovering Catholic. I can answer any moral question.
We are changing the world by looking at it through cameras as happens every time. You look at real people, the real world, real places. Where does that fall in your comfort zone when the character
Oh,
of the
yeah,
place
it's true.
changes?
We're part of the problem, not right?
The only way is just not to be cynical about it. We want the audience to feel a certain way, but if the process is open, then I think it has integrity.
If we've done it with love and integrity, if we try to be as true as possible to how we see things, perhaps, it transfers. The only function of what we do, of art or of anything, is to give voice to the unspoken, to give it a form that it's never been perceived in before. We can't change the evolution of history or the gentrification. You can't stop that, but at least you can say, look what you're losing. That's all. That's the only. All we can do is give an image to an idea.
Infamous Chungking mansions sit right smack in the center of high-end Shim Cha Tsui, right around the corner from swank hotels and surrounded by shops selling luxury goods and designer brands. 5 housing blocks and 17 stories containing, well, everything and everybody who the rest of Hong Kong would like to ignore. While many locals avoid it for its, well, reputation and for some of its less legitimate business enterprises, shall we say, it offers cheap rooms and asylum for people, specifically refugees from all over the world, and even a taste of home.
When I met Selena, about 15 years ago, we decided to open a restaurant in Hong Kong. But most of the African guys here, to be honest, they don't have money. Most of them, they are refugees. So how do we sell the food to them? So we open as a kitchen for all of them to come and cook their food, enjoy and meet new friends. Then they can enjoy themselves. That's how we started.
I
I moved from Hong Kong to Canada. My husband moved from Ghana to China and Hong Kong. So we know that if you move to another country, it's not easy. So we try to provide a place for them to feel like they're at home. After we have this place, we see a lot of happy face. I see a lot of them gain weight. They have a big tummy. And I say, okay, that's what we're doing is the right thing.
Tell me about this building. It's legendary, of course.
For me, I think it's really a very unique place. Like, it's a place that when I come out from my home, it's a place that I know I'm gonna pass it somewhere. It's a place I meet with friends. It's a place that gives me a lot of confidence when I'm in here. I know where to go. I know how to talk to. I know which food to eat.
In the 60s and 70s, the city relied on cheap refugee labor. No longer. Today, most refugees are seeking asylum anywhere they can find it. Many here are stuck in limbo. Can't go back, can't work, can't leave. John fled Iran 6 years ago, just ahead of the secret police. Shamarka is a student from Somalia who had equally compelling reasons to leave his home.
What brought you here?
The basic reason for me to come here was finding a safe haven, right? I mean, you're in a safe place. That's the only thing you're thinking about in that moment.
You came from Iran.
Yep.
Why did you come to Hong Kong?
Why did I leave Iran? The short version goes, they wanted to kill me, and I said, no, thank you. I end up here. It wasn't something that I would dream of or I planned it. I have no idea about the currency, the government, no, nothing at all.
How long have you been here now?
Going to be 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah. They tell me that even if you be accepted as a refugee, you are not welcome to stay. You have to be resettled in another country.
Right.
They are telling me while you are staying, you are not allowed to work, study, even voluntarily or contribute in society in any way.
But you can exist.
You can exist, yeah.
You believe me or not,
Hold on one second. Let me reset.
How was it going?
Good.
Do you believe everything he says?
Yes.
No, Jesus.
How were they?
I think we're good. We got a lot of bread. But if they can bring that up. Actually, they brought it in. Let's just leave it there.
Can we push it a little bit to your right? So he's going to come in now.
All right. Let me know when everybody's up.
Sound?
So what is your hope? What are your prospects of being able to go to America?
I would love to go to America, but this is not the way U.S. sees me qualified to be there.
Right before Donald Trump was appointed to be the American president, I had my last interview. And then, unfortunately, you know what he did? He banned 6, 7 countries, including my country. So now, currently, I'm studying and I'm planning to move to somewhere else.
To be honest, I'm not a big fan of hope. I have no hope on the system, or I have no hope in someone gonna get me out of here. I'm trying by my own. I'm trying to be my best as possible here and seek by myself for ways to get out of Hong Kong and the system.
Have you eaten anything this morning?
No, I'm hungry now. Come to me. Here we go.
David Boring is a five-piece band fronted by Janice Lau and Jason Chung. Their backgrounds in architecture and medicine seemingly at odds with their somewhat more nihilistic music.
You know this place. You've eaten here before, many times, because you guys went to school right in the neighborhood.
It's very popular with students. We always come after deadlines. So first thing in the morning, 4 a.m., all students.
Yeah. And the place is even more crowded than right
even
now.
Then.
Yeah.
What are the things that you see disappearing in Hong Kong that are most alarming to you?
Certainly a degree of freedom. As someone who's born and raised here, you can definitely feel the change the last 5 to 10 years. And what we are trying to do with our music is to address that sort of change.
Are you able to say what you want?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In 10 years.
I don't know. Right now.
You'll be able to say what you want.
You're actually allowed to play music. You're allowed to do whatever you want. But there's no venue. There's no space for you to practice. I think this is how the society is limiting the possibility of young people in that sense.
Whatever your feelings about how things are going, some things are a constant, a comfort, a birthright. Like egg custard buns, egg yolks, sweetened condensed milk. When steamed, the custard returns to more molten form. Braised chicken feet, first fried, then braised with ginger and star anise before being finished in the steamer.
Is it possible to make a living playing your kind of music?
No.
Impossible.
Hence the day job.
Hence the day job.
Actually, Hong Kong is a society that really values elitism and professionalism.
Right.
But in a way that we are seeing even these standards are falling apart within the system.
But it's important to be part of the system to make any changes at all.
Right.
Because if you just stay on the fringe, it's very hard to get people to listen to you.
What do young people want in Hong Kong? Are they different than the generation before? Or are they ready to think about stuff and get angry?
I think the society itself is projecting a really unhealthy image of what young people should be like. Because there's always a model of what the successful life is, which is to get a house, buy 30, have a family, that sort of thing. It's not like you can actually change anything. It's quite a pessimistic thing to say, but it's more about doing things to keep yourself sane.
而家我諗全個港九麻雀鋪都有10間8間嘅。如果真真正正有手挑麻雀，都係3個師傅到啦，冇噶啦，因為根本上係生活唔到嘅。啊，我小學畢業喺度鋪頭學師咯，喺度做咯。其實冇難嘅，已經入晒落個腦度噶啦，已經係駕輕就熟噶啦。好彩啦！我有個仔啦，30幾歲，但係佢已經見到彈都彈開咗9仗啦。佢唔會學嘅，因為佢見到阿媽喺條路嗰度幾廿年都唔係咁好行。希望佢讀到書啦嚇，但係而家唔係啦，佢又結埋婚，我有埋個孫，冇希望啦，佢自己諗，佢自己諗。
I may be in the hey you kids get off my lawn phase of my life and hostile in principle about changes to age-old customs and traditions I love. But it turns out that the new Hong Kong has its hopeful aspects.
Oh,
This is a little bread and dip. This is sourdough chicken fat, chicken stock, egg waffle. And this is a Taiwanese batarga. So just use your hands.
Wow. I am immediately happy.
Chef, owner, Mei Chow is the creative force behind Happy Paradise, a restaurant and bar serving traditional Cantonese dishes made with modern cooking techniques. Joining us are Jenny Suen and feng shui master Thierry Chow.
Oh my God, this food is great. How long have you been open?
7 months only.
Wait a minute, only 7 months. So
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
your new baby.
It was a little bit more reflection about being Chinese, like how do I be modern but not lose the soul of it.
Now, how important, and I should be asking you this, but feng shui is something I know nothing about. When you moved into the space, did you consult?
She's my friend.
I was guessing.
She's my friend.
Feng Shui is just the environment and the relation between the environment and the people. When you're in a restaurant, when you're eating the food, the space matters. It changes the way you taste the food.
So when you look at this space, what are you looking for and what do you do?
There's a couple things. So number one is I use the compass, so where north, east, southwest is. So from there, we have the formula, and then that will tell us where the best qi is.
What is qi?
The energy that are given off by the universe. So I look around and I see the colors of the decorations and how the furnitures are, and then I can say, okay, are these good placements?
It's all about the flow of energy, where you're looking at, where the light comes from, which is so.
Wait a minute, but a lot of what you've been saying, in fact, reminds me of a certain cinematographer I know.
Exactly.
I want to know.
Positive energy harnessed appropriately, one can turn one's full attention to the food. Sautéed prawns with pomelo pith, fried shrimp roe, and prawn oil.
Those are dishes that I feel even Hong Kong people don't do it so much anymore because it's such an old-fashioned dish. So we want to make it cool again.
Tea-smoked pigeon, served medium rare, sea salt on the side. A Hakka-style chicken, poached in Chungking wine with oyster mushroom fried rice and shiitake broth.
Again, this would feel like a very traditional Cantonese dish, but it's not because it doesn't really exist in its form and combination.
Pig brain with burnt pear vinaigrette. All of it truly, stunningly delicious.
There's something that I think binds all of us together, which is we're trying to reinterpret Hong Kong culture in a way that makes sense to us.
I think as we're getting older, we start to actually enjoy our own culture. I think that's why you do that movie about the white girl, or she does, you know, her feng shui, because you want to create something new that represents the city as it is today.
Okay, this is my prawn roll noodle. You see how this is the product? Want to try it?
Yes, please.
What you think?
I love this.
Douglas Young is the founder and creative force behind the Hong Kong lifestyle brand GOD.
Okay, this is that classic. So it's the same stuff, but without the prawn.
I'm told that, what, 2, maybe 3 people left in all of Hong Kong are making bamboo noodles the old school way.
That's right.
And I've seen this process once before. It's incredible.
Lau Sum Ki is run by the 3rd generation of a family who still prepare their wontons from scratch and make their noodles, their bamboo noodles, the painfully labor-intensive, time-consuming, old-school way. One of the last operations in Hong Kong to do this.
It is one of many things in this city that are under pressure or disappearing. A lot of traditional crafts, buildings, are without remorse or sentiment being bulldozed
Well, that's the story
away.
of Hong Kong, you know? Hong Kong is always going through change, and nothing's precious. It's as if, you know, if something's old, it's like torn down, thrown away, destroyed. That's Hong Kong. When I was a kid, all the shopping used to be done on the street. They did not used to be shopping malls. I miss the buildings, 3 stories high, instead of like glass facades. And actually, I think also in the way people dress as well, because the people around here, they dress in this kind of strange mix. I mean, even the look of Chinese characters, to me, is very interesting, but it's disappearing because actually mainland China is trying to get rid of our Hong Kong style of writing. We'll lose that as well.
Those are beautiful to me. And the things that continually fascinate me about this part of the world. But those are disappearing.
But those are disappearing because I think the government wants to present an image that is like modern and Western, and so we've got to clean ourselves of these sort of messy street people. And I think that's but I think actually our generation, the new generation, is beginning to appreciate what we have because we grew up in a wealthy period. And we had happy childhood memories, so we wanted to preserve that. I really see it happening in Hong Kong, finally.